Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to read the chapter number 6 of David Copperfield, and this lecture is presented by Aisha Sadeh, and this is from Aisha Academy. Let's start our lecture. After getting education, David's life had completely changed. A new look appeared in his personality. Now he was satisfied on finishing his studies. He had become independent in his life. He considered his life like a fairy tale, as there was no problem in his life. David wanted to visit Canterbury to meet Mr. Wickfield. During his journey, he enjoyed a lot as he seemed very relaxed. Actually, he compared this journey with his old journey, which was full of difficulties, and he wanted to forget the old bitter memories from his life. As a whole, he was contented with his life. On reaching Canterbury, he met Agnes, who was busy in housework. They both had chit-chat on different matters. David observed a change in Agnes' mood as she was looking worried because of the falling health of her father. She told David many things about Mr. Wickfield. As Uriah Heep was the assistant of Mr. Wickfield, but Agnes considered him a suspicious person. She suspected many worse things from him and disliked him. She blamed Uriah Heep for all the problems faced by Mr. Wickfield, as Mr. Wickfield had blind trust on him. Agnes told David about the bad conditions of her father, as he was becoming unconscious due to loss in his business. And this all happened because of Uriah Heep. David promised Agnes to resolve this matter and help her in her problem. Mr. Wickfield had red, wild eyes due to fear of loss in his property and status. He had trembling hands while talking. He avoided business dealings and was afraid of people. He was completely spoiled by the hands of Uriah Heep. After meeting with Agnes, David left for London. David stayed in a hotel where he met his old school friend, James Steerforth. They both became happy on seeing each other after a long time. Steerforth offered David to visit his house. Now David agreed. David went to his house and met his mother and his aunt as well. And they talked much. David visited Steerforth's house and met his family members. Steerforth's mother had a companion in her house whose name was Rosa Dartle. She loved Steerforth a lot. She was very dark and small. She had a mark of cut on her lip, which was caused by Steerforth in childhood. As David was going to Yarmouth, he offered Steerforth to go with him. They both began their journey towards Yarmouth. They enjoyed a lot and recalled their all memories of school. When they reached Yarmouth, they gave surprise to Peggotty's family. Everyone was excited to see David. Ham was also very excited to see his childhood friend David after a long time. He was also happy to meet David's school friend James Steerforth. They all had friendly gossips together and enjoyed that moment. David met Peggy after a long time. She hugged David, so David got emotional and he kept on crying. He showed his emotions. Steerforth was introduced with Peggotty's family. They all considered him a gentleman and behaved very nicely. It was a great get together in Peggotty's house. Meanwhile, everyone was enjoying. Then Mr. Peggotty announced a good news that Ham and Emily are going to marry with each other. It was exciting news for everyone that the cousins are now together. But after hearing the news of Ham and Emily's marriage, Steerforth didn't seem to be happy. Why? Because when he saw Emily, he fell in love with her and started to like her. So it was not good news for him. Emily was very pretty girl. She was the niece of Peggotty and lived in Yarmouth. She was cousin of Ham and childhood friend of David. She had no parents and she was looked after by Mr. Peggotty, who was the brother of Peggotty. After visiting Yarmouth, David moved towards London. His aunt decided that David would become a lawyer in future, where he started working as a lawyer with Spenlow and Jorkins. He took apartment on rent near the sea and started his practice there because he wanted to be successful in his life. Now a new phase of David's life started and David was very happy with his life. Thank you so much.